That's exactly what was going to happen as soon as we hit record. My dog, who likes to play catch with himself, threw his toy.
All the way over
Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm just going to edit that out. It's joking. How y'all doing? My name is DK Shed, and I'm an indie comic book creator. And for 3 years, I have really been trying to figure out how to really do this. So I'm doing it. All right, so check it out. I have my own comic book
Step it.
that took about 3 years to create. Where now I'm in the middle of working on issue 6. I write, I do all of the illustrations and covers for it. Really what took me so long on trying to figure out what to do with this was honestly I had no idea what I was gonna say in the video because doing the comic book itself actually started to come natural to me. So really I just had to figure out what I was gonna talk about on the first video. And I mean, honestly, I guess I should explain why it was that I started to want to do comic books in the first place. And well, I mean, shit, because I love to draw. Like, honestly, at first it just was about, the cool looking art and everything and wanting to be able to replicate that in my own little way when I was a kid. And no, it didn't look like that, but oh well. When I was younger, I had a bro who literally was drawing his own comic book, had his own characters, had their own story, their own world, and that was mind blowing to me because I was only 8 years old. I mean, he was a few years older than me, but still, for a 12-year-old to do that, that was insane. And quite honestly, that gave me the motivation that I could do that myself. And so it took years for me to come back around to it, but when I finally did, I definitely had the motivation to go ahead and just start doing my own comic book. And I've been down that path ever since, and started with my own character development, creating my own design of characters, creating a world for everybody to exist in because didn't just want everybody just good guy fight bad guy. Just I really wanted a solid story for these characters to exist in that could last longer than more or less than when I'm around because I didn't want the story to end. I didn't really have a plan for that. What I had a plan for was creating these characters and having a world that seemed genuine. Growing up in the 90s, we had a few black superheroes. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's when we had Milestone and everybody that came through them. But nowadays, there's so many more, and it's they don't get any acknowledgement. And I mean, I'm not even talking about mine because I'm fairly new, but I mean, just imagine how many people who's been doing this and they don't really get the acknowledgement just because of the sheer fact that they're not Marvel or DC. And nowadays, I mean, do you even really need them? We're talking about people who weren't even in the top 150 in sales when it comes to their style of books. So, I mean, nowadays it's really about the indie world, as they say. So, it's really about finding your own community. So, most importantly, when it came to these books that I wanted to do, I wanted to make sure that I was inspiring people who look like me and look like my kids and look like people who just thought that they didn't have a connection to this style of world, and I just wanted them to see that they did. Why I'm doing this? Why did I make a comic book? Simple. I wanted to. I've always wanted to.
Fair enough.
And as soon as I found out how I was able to do so, I just kept doing it. Now, there is a process, absolutely. And I had to go through it and bump my head a few times, a few times, in order to get the process down to my liking. And I'm at where I'm at. So, I mean, how about you guys come on that journey with me? Let's have a little fun, develop a story. I'll drop a little information to you guys before it really drops into the book, and you guys can tell me if it should go in the story or not. And I mean, if it's really in a community agreement that maybe it shouldn't, or maybe it should, then boom, you guys can also contribute to the story.
You can also give him suggestions what to draw, because he ran out of suggestions.
I do like to just randomly draw things as part of being an artist. So, I mean, if you got suggestions on something you want to see in my style of art, drop that in the comments.
Probably not gonna draw Jimin after another Jimin after that comment.
What should you say? So,
I wanna be Green Lantern. She's the one. That's basically Kid Dynamite. I wanna be Green Lantern, but purple, and also kind of a Goku. Because in the first thing. Continue talking. Continue talking.
oh, you said keep talking? I
Yeah.
was letting you talk.
I'm done talking.
Oh, okay.
That's what the silence was.
Okay. So, I have nothing else to say. Let's ponder off into this beautiful skyline.
Let's
All
show
right, we
Teddy. Let's show